Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Hello, my name is Jared Young, and today we will be watching a Form 5 class that I'm teaching with my one student. So today, one student has come in on time, but I think the rest will come in a little bit later on. But nonetheless, I'm glad to have you guys here with me. Chris, where are you right now?
I'm at home. Mirisa.
All right. And those of you on YouTube, you can write down in the live chat where you are from and what's your name. And I think another person just joined. Hi, Isaac. All right. So I have two students in my Jitsi and hello, Isaac.
Hello, sir.
All right. Let's get started, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. So today we will be working on Comprehension Summary. We'll be working on this until the end of the semester, which is, I think, in 2 more weeks. And this is one part where students can learn how to get more marks from and score in the SPM exam, which is why we're focusing on this right now. All right, so let's start with some vocabulary. We're gonna play Hangman again today. And I'm going to introduce some vocabulary that we will be reading from the passage. And where did I put my pen? Okay, here it is. So, as usual, it will be competition between Team Jitsi and Team YouTube. And I think we have 4 people now on YouTube. We have Erica, hello. We have Crystal, good morning. And another 2 strangers. All right, so we're gonna play Hangman. We're gonna do some vocabulary, and I remember from last week the short words are really difficult, so we'll do the long words instead this week. Okay, so the first one will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 words. Okay, and we'll start with Team Jitsi. What's a letter? Give me a letter.
8, 9, 10. C.
C? Yes, we have C here and here. Team YouTube, give me a letter. You can type it into the live chat. I'll look at the first one. Okay, looks like we have another person here. Who is it? Harry. Hello, Harry. Welcome to the class. All right, so somebody on YouTube chose O. Yes, there is a O. Jitsi.
Zag.
B, sir.
B or D, dog or
B,
boy?
Boy.
Boy, okay, boy. Here you go. There's no B. YouTube?
No B.
Adu, your dog. You need to give your dog something to eat. Come on, Team YouTube. Give me a letter, quickly. All right. So, Vivi, you've already given the previous word. So I'm going to take Tracy's word, which is an S. Yes, there is no S. Jitsi.
Yes, there is.
Harry. I want to hear from Harry.
Hey, where is
Hey,
Harry?
Harry's gone. Who is this M guy? Mark, give me a letter, Mark. Muck.
Udah.
E.
Mark says E. And you're right. There are 2 E's here. How about Team YouTube? Okay, when you guys are ready to guess the word, you can just...
Electronics, sir. Electronics, sir.
Yes. How do you spell?
Electronic. ELECTRONIC.
All right, what does this mean?
And
Electronic.
electric.
So electronic means something that is made with to run with electric. So yeah, you have 1 point. Team Jitsi, well done. Poo-poo. Okay, that's a good warm up. YouTube, you guys have to catch up because last week Team Jitsi won as well. All right, next word. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 letters again. Maybe I should like have a template. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, Jitsi guessed the word correctly. So YouTube, you guys get to guess the first letter. So type it into the live chat. Let me see. I'll choose the first letter that comes out. All right, Vivi wrote an L. There is no L, Vivi. So there you go. You have a head here. Jitsi?
I guess. Wait, A, sir.
A? No A. YouTube.
No A.
YouTube chose a P. There is no P. Sorry. Jitsi? Isaac or
O.
someone else? Who was that?
Me, sir.
Oh, yes, there's an O. Here. YouTube? YouTube chose a U. Yes, there is a U. So if you guys want to guess the word, you can, Jitsi, you can shout it out.
Function.
What?
Function, sir.
How do you spell it?
Function. FUNCTIONED.
All right. Another point for Team Jitsi. Did you get this from the passage?
Yes.
Okay, I think if you have access to the passage, you probably have all the answers. So next week, I will have to find words that are not in the passage. Actually, let me think of a word that's not in the passage.
Okay, sir.
Okay, the new word is not in the passage. It has 9 letters. This one should be fairer to everybody. So YouTube, you guys get to guess first. And this will be the last word. Okay, somebody guessed a P in YouTube. But unfortunately, there is no P in this word. Jitsi?
Zach. Or Harry.
O, sir.
Okay, there's an O here. YouTube?
Eh.
V. The V goes over here. Jitsi?
E, sir.
E. There you go. E. YouTube?
Agak Bulgarias.
YouTube guessed the O. There you go with the O here. Jitsi?
A, sir.
A. Yes, there is an A. YouTube? F. No F, sorry. Jitsi?
C.
C, yes.
Ooh.
YouTube? Okay, I think YouTube is guessing an E. There is no E. There you go. Jitsi?
Zag.
N, sir.
N. No N. YouTube? Come on, quickly, guys. Write down a letter in the live chat. Very quickly. This is a game. Don't take it too seriously. Okay, so someone guessed an L. Yeah, it's an L. No L. Sorry. Uh-oh. Team YouTube's gonna die soon. Jitsi?
B, sir.
B?
Yeah.
No B. Sorry. YouTube? Okay, YouTube guessed it. Oh, what's up, guys? Like, nobody's getting it. There's no O. Jitsi? When you guess this word, you're gonna go like, what? Okay, Jitsi, come on, give me a letter.
I, sir.
Who's there? We have Isaac, we have Farid, we have Harry, Mark. Mark, give me a letter, Mark.
I.
I. No I. Aduh. YouTube?
Why?
Hey, wait. There's the I. Sorry. There is. My mistake. Alright, YouTube. Give me a letter. So the first letter I saw was a Y. There is no Y. Jitsi?
M.
M. YouTube? G? Uh-oh. You're gonna die soon. Jitsi?
Zag.
N, sir. N.
N for
Yes.
new.
Yes.
No, there's no
No,
N.
sorry.
Somebody tried N just now as well. All right, so we have a guess on YouTube, and the guess is correct. Well done, Crystal. The word is
Sudah, Kak, sudah.
it's December. It's the month of Christmas.
Kasih jawab deh.
The Christmas decorations are up all over the place. Even my apartment, they decorated the God house, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, Christmas is coming soon, guys, and it's December, and your short year-end break is coming soon. Except for those of you in Form 5, you don't get a break, unfortunately.
Apple.
All right.
Apa? SPM.
SPM dah tayo to. Analaga. Okay. So we are going to do comprehension today, and let's start with reading this passage here. So we have how many people? 5 people in Jitsi. So guys, you get ready to unmute yourself and read one paragraph each, okay? I'll do the first one. And then
Okay.
Chris, you'll do the next one, and then you get to choose who goes next.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, you are here. Make sure that you read and participate. Don't just sit there and be quiet like you're watching a movie. You're not. This is a class. Okay, let me start with the first one. He turned in his bed as the door of the ward opened. A white-clad doctor and 2 blue-clad nurses appeared, making their way towards his bed. "I'll talk to you later," Poole said and hung up the phone. He took a deep, expectant breath. Chris.
Okay. "You should not be phoning quite so soon," the doctor said as he studied his chart. "Mr. Garson Poole, owner of Triplan Electronics, maker of random hidden darts that track their prey for a circle radius of 1,000 miles, responding to unique NSEPs wave patterns. You are a successful man, Mr. Poole, but Mr. Poole, you are not a man. You're an electric ant." Okay,
Choose.
Isaac.
Paul was stunned.
Mm-hmm.
So we can really treat you here. Now that we found out,
Mm-hmm.
we knew, of course. As soon as we examined your injured right hand, we saw the electronic components, and then we made torso X-rays, and of course, they bore out our hypothesis.
Choose.
Mark, sir.
Okay, Mark.
What only say
Pool.
Pool say is an electric, but he
New.
knew he could
Decipher.
decipher
Mm-hmm.
that
All right. Choose.
apa dalam to? Harry.
Harry.
Hello.
Yeah, can hear you.
A nurse said an organic robot. I see Pool said. Frigid perspiration rose
This is
to
frigid.
the surface of his skin. Frigid.
Okay.
Perspiration rose
Mm-hmm.
to the surface of his skin across all his body. You didn't know, the doctor said. No, Pool shook his head.
All right. Choose.
Farid.
Mm-hmm.
Layla,
Hello.
the doctor said we get an electric and every week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Either about in here from great accident like yourself, seeking or one seeking a voluntary admission, one who, like yourself, has never been taught, who has continued
Functioned.
function alongside humans,
Mhm.
leaving himself itself human as to your hand, he paused.
Mhm. So Mr. Poole is a rich man, but he's not a man, he's a robot, the doctor told him. And I'll read the next one. Forget my hand, Poole said savagely. Be calm. The doctor leaned over him, peered acutely down into Poole's face. We'll have a hospital boat convey you over to a service facility where repairs or replacement on your hand can be made at a reasonable expense. Either to yourself if you're self-owned or to your owners, if such there are. In any case, you'll be back at your desk at Triplan, functioning just as before. Isaac.
Basically,
Hmm? Oh, no.
basically
Isaac's
on
not.
Eject keluar.
Okay, never mind.
keluar.
Mark. Are you here, Mark?
Sudah Ego.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay, read. Accept.
Hello? Except Paul said, now I know. He wondered if Densman or Sarah or any of the others at the office knew. Had they or one of them purchased him, designed him a figurehead, he said to himself, that's all I've been. I must never really have run the company. It was a delusion implanted in me when I was mad, along with the delusion that I'm a human and alive.
Choose.
Chris? Dah.
Okay.
Okay.
At the repair facilities, he had his missing hands replaced.
Mm-hmm.
It proved fascinating. The hand he
Examined.
examined it for a long time before he let the technicians install it. On the surface, it appeared organic. In fact, on the surface, it was. Natural skin covered natural flesh, and true blood filled the veins and capillaries. But beneath that, wires and circuits, miniaturized components gleamed.
Good.
Looking deep to the race, he saw surge gates, motors, multi-savage. How to pronounce the one, sir? VAS.
Stage and valves.
Valve, all very small. Intricate, and the hand cost 40 frogs, a week's salaries, insofar as he drew it from the company payroll. Okay, sir.
Choose.
Harry, once again, sir.
So, is this currently? He asked the technicians as they fused the bone section of the hand to the balance of his body.
Nice. Choose.
Farid,
19 days, parts and labor. One of the technicians said, unless
Subjected.
subjected to unusual or intentional
Abuse.
abuse.
All right. Thank you, Farid. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys want to be a human? No. A human, or do you want to be this thing called an organic ant? Right? Is that what they call it? You're an electric ant. Yeah. So what do you want to be? Do you want to be a man or do you want to be an electric ant? Those of you in YouTube, you can type it into the chat. Those of you in Jitsi, what do you want to be?
Man.
Why?
Why? Because I want to be man.
Anybody else? Isaac, what do you want to be?
What's that? Just now I can hear anything.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I got connection loss.
Do you want to be a
Maybe.
human or do you want to be an electric ant?
Human, sir.
Why?
Because human can live freely, like we used to be.
Okay, yeah, humans can live freely. I understand that. How about you, Mark? What do you want to be?
Human.
Why do you want to be human, Mark?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay, and all right, that's fine. At least you gave an answer. So on YouTube, we have most of people want to be human. I see Junheng wants to be human. Erica wants to be human. And Freddy wants to be human too. For me, maybe I will choose to be an electric ant because as a robot, you can live forever. You can be young forever. You can play your favorite sport forever. Don't get tired. You don't get hungry. Yeah, but may not be that bad to be a robot that, you know, that owns itself, like what they say in the passage here. All right, let's look at the comprehension questions. And Chris, can you do this one?
Okay, sir. Okay. Question number 1. From paragraph 1. A. Where was Pool? My answer is at hospital, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Hospital. Or if you want, you can use this one. Ward.
Word. Okay.
Okay, Isaac, next one.
Why do you think Pool took a deep, expectant breath? Expectant breath.
Oh.
Doctor and 2 nurses making their way towards his bed.
All right, so you took from the passage, right?
Yep.
So expectant means menjangka sesuatu. And when you take a deep breath, like, you know, why do you do that? Especially when a doctor is coming to you to talk to you.
Nervous.
Nervous, right? Yeah.
Maybe
So-
there's a bad news.
Yeah, he's nervous because maybe bad news. Yes, that's a better answer. You actually got it at the second try. Bad news. Yeah, because he's nervous because the doctor comes. Maybe there's bad news. Yep, so this is a good answer. Harry, can you do the next one?
From paragraph 2, who was Garson Pool?
Wow, nice
And
guitar playing.
electric and
Oh, you
and
chose an electric
ant.
ant? Oh yeah, this is a possible answer, but in the answer scheme, this is the answer.
Owner, guys.
Yeah, owner of Triplan Electronics. But I can see why you chose this one. But the scheme asks for this. Who else is here? Mark, can you do the next one? Mark, can you read the next question?
From paragraph 3,
How did
The doctor? Hello? How did the doctor? Read.
B kah? Okay. Wait. From paragraph 3. How did the doctor find out that Polly
Pool.
was an electric
Pole
and
your head, pole.
your head Polly? Electric and dah itu.
Aduh. What is the answer?
Electric component. Be him.
Alright, nice try. Yeah, when you don't know what the answer is, you try your best, right? You choose something and put it down. So how did the doctor find out? Macam mana doktor itu ketahui bahwa Pool was a robot? So they examined. So the doctor examined Pool injured right hand. So this is the answer. Oh, nyamai mat suara dek. Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Who's next? Farid, can you do the next one?
Yes, sir. From paragraph 5, how did the doctor guess that Paul did not know he was a organic robot?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
What do you think?
From the nurse said,
From the nurse?
mm,
Okay. So let me explain this question. How did the doctor guess? Bagaimana doktor itu teka that Pool did not know? Bahawa Pool tidak tahu bahawa dia seorang robot. Okay, so the nurse said this, but the nurse didn't give a hint, right? So something that Pool did, which is this one. Frigid perspiration rose to the surface of his skin all across the body. So doktor itu tengok badan dia keluar apa? Perspiration means sweat, cold sweat. So nampak dia macam cold sweat, so dia tahu, okay, you're shocked, you're surprised, you're nervous, maybe you didn't know. Alright, so that's the answer for 3A. Alright, next one. Chris, can you do this one?
Okay, sir. Okay. 3B, from paragraph 6, which word conveys the meaning of done willingly? My answer for this question is voluntary.
Yes, voluntary. So this one, they ask for a word. Make sure that you give only one word. If they ask for a phrase, then you give maybe 3 or 4 words. So be careful. Look at what the question wants. Okay, Mark? I know that this is something that a lot of students who are not very good in English, they make this mistake. So when you read the questions, right, there will definitely be one question for comprehension where they will ask you like, okay, what is one word, or what is a phrase, or what is a sentence from the passage that means this. So look at what the question wants very carefully. Kalau word ini perkataan, that means one word. If it's a phrase, means a few words. If it's a sentence, then give the whole sentence. But usually it's word or phrase. Farid, can you do the next one?
yes, sir. From paragraph 8, line 21,
Except.
except Paul said, now I know. What does Paul know?
Mm-hmm. What does he know? The answer is actually not in paragraph 8. The answer is before that. Apa yang dia tahu sekarang?
The pool is Ant-Man. Ant-Man.
And
Well,
he is a what? Hey, Farid. Hey, what happened to you? He is a what? Come on, Farid, give me the answer.
He is a ant.
And semut?
Human, sir.
Human?
Human.
No, he's not human. Apa lagi? What was the other one? Come on.
He was
Baru saya tanya tadi. Oh, gitar sedap lah. He's a robot. Right? So he's not human, he's a robot. That's what he now knows. Or some of you would probably want to use the word electric ant, which is what they call robots in this story. All right, next one. Isaac?
from paragraph 9, why was Poole fascinated? He had his missing hand replaced. I think.
His hand replaced? Not really. That's not where he was fascinated. He was fascinated at his hand. It proved fascinating, the hand. So why? Why is the hand fascinating?
because the technician installed.
Okay, so I think it's like this. On the surface,
It appear organic.
his hand appeared organic. But beneath that, wires and circuits, miniaturized components gleamed. Or something like this. So on the surface it appeared organic, but beneath that, all these things. That's why he was so fascinated. He looked at it like, wow, what's this amazing technology, right? Just like the first time you get a smartphone, you're like, wow, look at it. You're fascinated. Like a monkey. Like a monkey in a zoo. Yeah, maybe. All right, this one, last one. Isaac, you get to choose. Who answers the hot question?
Mark, sir.
Yes.
No. I don't think he will survive. He will
Harry, sir.
He will wipe out straight away.
Ah,
Yeah, Harry,
Harry.
yes. Harry?
Question 5. Hello.
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 What do you think Poole would do after leaving the repair facility? Give a reason for your answer.
This is a good question. What do you think he will do after he meninggalkan repair?
Examine his body
Okay, why?
to see what the robot can do.
To see what a robot can do, yes. Are you listening on YouTube, guys? Don't listen to Jitsi and YouTube at the same time. Just listen to Jitsi. Okay, anybody have a different answer? You wanna give it a shot? So I'm looking
Me,
at
sir.
YouTube as well. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Have lunch.
Okay, Chris first. What do you say?
He will go back to Triplan Electronics department. The reason is to know the truth about what have they done to him.
Oh, okay. So he will go back to the
Triplan Electronics department.
and investigate, right?
Yeah, investigate.
Because he want to find out the truth. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is a good one. Isaac?
Just opposite to Chris. Never come back to the Triplan Electronics.
Never come back. Why?
Yeah, because he said that he must never run the company. Why should he come back?
Okay, so he thinks that he never ran
Run the company.
company, so no need to go back, right?
Apa?
Who's
Eh,
that?
enggak lah, dia dulu.
Is that your
Cousin.
mom?
My cousin. Sir.
Oh, say hello to your cousin.
Hello.
Does she want to learn English?
She got class. I think.
Okay. All right. Very good answer, guys. Very good. And if you answer like this, you will definitely get the 2 marks in this HOTS question. So the important thing when you come to a HOTS question is don't overthink it. A lot of students, they will look at this and then they will think like, wow, all the gears in the head spinning, go, 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 go. No, just think of an easy, simple answer with a simple explanation, and that's it. Forget about it, because this is just 2 marks. You should focus your brain on the next part, which is the summary. All right, the first thing that you do in the summary is look at these magical numbers here, line 4 to line 17. Then you go to your passage and you draw 2 lines. One on top of line 4, which is here. You look at this number. This is the number for line, and this is the number for paragraph. So let's look at line 5. So we're looking for number 4 is before 5. So this one. One line across the page like this. Sorry, not straight, but yeah, you get the idea. And then 17, so 15, 16, 17, one line across the page. All right, so now you know that if you want to look for the EC, you want to look for points, it's between this line and this line. So jangan cari dari atas, jangan cari dari bawah. Itu sudah keluar tajuk. It's in between here. So even the smart students make this mistake, so guys, don't take it for granted. SPM is only once in your life. Do it once, do it right. All right, then you look at the question. What does the question want? Garson Poole discovered that he was an electric ant. Write a summary on how Garson Poole discovered he was a robot. Okay, so how? Bagaimana dia mendapat tahu bahwa dia adalah robot. Mark, do you have to use the first 10 words here? Perlu pakai tak? Oh, Mak. Huh? Baru bangun Perlu pakai ni tak? First 10 words.
Yes.
Yes? No.
Oh, no.
Apa ni? Asyik-asyik main gitar je.
Bukan satu tu.
Siapa?
Oh, cousin lah.
Cousin you. Okay. So yang ni tak payah guna kalau tidak faham. I'm going to write BM because it's shorter. Tidak faham ataupun tidak tahu sambung. Ataupun tidak berfaedah. Okay, sometimes the first 10 words will not contain a point. Tidak mengandungi isi. So kalau macam itu, don't use it because it will in fact help you to waste words rather than save words. I think the one last week actually caused people to waste words rather than save words. So, but this one is good. This one is fine. This one is an EC here. All right. So there are 3 situations where you don't use the first 10 words. 1, you don't understand it. 2, you don't know how to continue it. And 3, you realize that it's not worth it. And if you don't use the first 10 words, that's fine. You won't lose any marks. The only thing that gets reduced is the 130 words becomes 120 maximum, because they 130 minus the first 10 words, but they don't minus your marks for that. Okay, so the next thing you do is you go to your passage and then you choose how many points. Mark. Choose how many points. Oh, mama mark. How many? Pilih berapa poin, Mark? Aduh, Mark dah lari dah, takut.
I think he disconnects.
Oh,
first.
disconnect.
He,
okay.
yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna say this.
Just now he said 10.
10. Alright, so when you look for the points, you look for 12 points. Okay, first you cari 12 points dulu. Then you copy the points on paper. Okay, you ask your yang jaga exam tu minta kertas. Awal-awal sudah minta. Sebelum exam mula, sir, I want 2 pieces of rough paper or 2 pieces of foolscap paper or whatever. Minta kertas dengan orang itu. Get ready sudah. So you choose 12 points first. Copy all the 12 points on the paper. Lepas tu bandingkan the question and the points. From the 12 points, choose the 10 best points. Yang selebihnya itu, it will be substitute. Okay, just in case you write the 10 points, ada lebih di belakang. Then you tambah the substitute. Make sure that you write 130 words or 120 words. Max it out. Lebih tidak apa. Jangan kurang. Because if you kurang, you lose the opportunity to get points. Mana tahu 10 perkataan yang awak tak tulis itu ada isi pula. Right? So SPM is only once in a lifetime. Do it right. Do it once. Do it right. Okay, so this is the how your language is graded. We went through this, I think, last week. So we're not going to go through this in detail. And these are the content points. So kalau awak nampak kan, dia ikut urutan dalam petikan. Okay, so this is what your examiner will get. They'll get the 10 points and it will follow urutan. And then there will be words that are lebih hitam. So my font is not very good, but you can see some words are more bolded, lebih tebal. So the same, your examiner will get these sentences and then some words are in bold. So these bold words are compulsory words. Kata kunci wajib. Jadi kalau lah contohnya awak tulis isi nombor 3, but you only write this part. Doctor saw the electronic components. You did not write the injured right hand, which is also black. Then you will get 0. Walaupun you sudah tulis separuh. Doctor saw the electronic components. If you write the doctor saw his injured right hand, you forget this part. Also, you get 0 because these two are compulsory keywords. Kata kunci wajib. Okay, so pastikan when you copy the points, the keywords are there. And when you try to paraphrase, bila awak ganti-ganti perkataan ataupun paraphrase tulis dalam ayat sendiri, pastikan maksud dia sebiji, semacam dengan original. Okay, kalau tidak yakin, jangan pandai-pandai. Okay, paling penting sekarang priority adalah dapat markah konten yang penuh. Lepas itu baru anda fikir tentang language. Language itu hanya 1-2 markah saja. Tapi konten lebih senang untuk skor. Pastikan anda skor sebanyak mungkin. Okay? Mendapat sebagai content points ini, get as much as you can. Alright, so I want to show you some example. So ini satu contoh modal jawapan. Tapi ini bukan yang sempurna lah. Okay, kita akan semak. Let's see how this person do. So, when your examiner, bila pemeriksa dapat jawapan, first thing dia akan buat adalah kira jumlah patah perkataan. So, mari kita kira. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So, sini ada dash, maksudnya ini satu perkataan. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 3. So, 93. Gila lah, this person only write 93 words. Did they use the first 10 words? Was in the hospital because he had been. Cousin Pooh was in the hospital because he had been. Yeah, so this person used the first 10 words. That means that sepatutnya dia tulis 130 patah perkataan. Berapa yang dia tak tulis? Siapa yang pandai maths? Cepat bagi jawapan. 130 tolak 93. Give me the answer, guys.
33.
Wow.
37, sir. 37, sir.
Mark itu laju tapi tidak tepat.
37, sir.
37, Isaac. Okay, thank you. So, 37 patah perkataan. Okay. Dalam 37 ini boleh tulis 4 isi tau. So, mari kita tengok. Mungkin dia ni sangat-sangat genius. Dia dapat semua markah konten. Okay, mari kita tengok. Okay, first, then I check the grammar. Parson Poole was in the hospital because he had been injured. He had been injured. Apa benda ni? Salah. He had been injured. The doctor has studied his chart and thought that he was not a man but an electric ant. The doctor examined his injured right hand and saw electronic components. Oh, okay, there's an end at the back, so no end there. The doctor examined, so doktor ini seorang. Lepas tu day pula. Gila. Doktor itu boleh tambah-tambah macam alien. So electronic components and made torso x-rays. The nurse told him that an electronic ant is an organic robot. Poole does not know that he is an electronic ant. The doctor said some electronic ants are either brought from accident. Brought in, right? Dibawa masuk ke hospital from accident, or one seeking voluntary admission. Uish. Or lagi 2 kali. Alamak, apa ni? Okay, so grammar is really, really bad. This is a different idea, so I'm gonna put a full stop here. Some have never been told, like Poole. Okay, so you can see now that the grammar is not perfect. So mari kita semak the content points. The doctor studied his chart and thought that he was not a man but an electronic ant. So the doctor studied his chart and thought that he was they said you're an electronic ant stunned. He saw the electronic components, blah blah blah. So nothing here about study the chart. So this one has no EC here. The doctor examined his injured right hand, saw electronic components, and made torso X-rays. Okay. The doctor saw electronic components in his injured right hand. They made torso X-rays which bore out their hypothesis. So the hypothesis is not in bold. Examine his injured right hand. Saw electronic components. So this one and this one ada. That means that this will get the point here. Made torso X-rays. This is point number 4. The nurse told him that an electronic ant is an organic robot. Oops. An organic robot. Okay, so this is 6. Poole does not know that he is an electronic ant. Poole does not know? No, not an EC. The doctor said some electronic ants are either brought in from accidents or one seeking voluntary admission. Nope, not one of the points. So how many content points do we have here? 1, 2, 3, only 3. What would you give for language to this person here? Let me know in the YouTube. Type it into the live chat. How about you guys, Anjitsi? How many points would you give for language? 1 to 5. How much?
2.
Okay. What do you guys think? So Erica on YouTube says 2. Isaac, how much would you give?
2.
2. And my favorite student, Mark. Berapa markah? 1 to 5. You give this one.
2.
Oh, so confident, huh? Alright, so you guys are saying 2, but of course we cannot buat keputusan terburu-buru. We have to look at the rubrics. This is what the examiner will do. Okay, let's look at what the rubrics say for number 2. Wholesale copying of text material in chunks. Attempts to substitute with own language, but will be limited to single word expression. Irrelevant sections of the text may be present. Okay, so number 2 is maybe, right? Because there's no wholesale copying, but there's attempts to substitute. Maybe a bit better than 2. Let's look at 3. Limited attempt to rephrase the text. Intelligent and selective lifting. Yes, there is intelligent and selective lifting. Expression may not always be secure, but the attempt to substitute will gain credit. Yeah, so yes. So I think that one is more of a 3 than a 2. Let's look at use of English. Meaning is not in doubt. Yep. Frequent serious errors. Yes. Poorly organized and lacks coherence. Yes. Very poorly organized, lacks coherence for sure. Let's look at 3. Language is sufficiently accurate. Maybe. Not really. Serious errors becoming more frequent. Fairly well organized and coherent. So this summary is not well organized. It's not coherent. So it's 2 for use of language. 3 for paraphrase. 3 plus 2 bahagi 2. What do you get? Guys. 3 plus 2
3.
divided by 2?
3, sir.
3 lah. Okay, agak-agak
3.
is 3.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. There's no 2.5, so you round it up. It's 3. Okay, so total, this person gets 6 out of 15. Okay. Now, if this person wrote 130 words, maybe dia isi penuh. Maybe this person will get another 4 points for content. Right? Kalau dia tulis penuh. So, another 4 points is 10 out of 15. Beza dia sangat-sangat besar. So guys, it's very very important that kalau soalan bagi 130 patah perkataan, tulis penuh. Jangan bazir. It's just like when you get the brim, right? When your teacher gives you 100 ringgit, you don't say like, oh teacher, saya 90 ringgit dah cukup lah. Ni 10 ringgit bagi balik kepada Muhyiddin. Nonsense. Surely you like, 100 tak cukup lah cikgu, ada lebih tak? When it comes to money, you're like that. When it comes to kerja SPM, you ini. Okay, so don't do that. Make sure that you write 130 words if you're using the first 10 words. If you're not using the first 10 words, you must write 120 words. Max it out. Max it out, guys. Okay, and let me explain to you like why this summary is not coherent. It's not coherent because, one, this person did not use connectors. This person did not use sequence connectors, stuff like that. So for example, what is it? You can use like finally here. Finally, for the last point. If you are changing ideas, because he was injured, the doctor studied his chart and thought it was renting. And then you can use then here, right? Something that helps the ideas flow. It shows a relationship from one sentence to another. And if your summary flows well, that means that it's coherent. That means it's well organized. So you will get more marks for language. Okay? So this person did not do that. And this person really, really needs coaching. All right. So we don't have time for the last example, but this is a better one. So next week, I will try to make more time for us to look at examples here. But I believe that by showing you this one example, you have a better idea now of what not to do. I will not do this. Jangan buat macam ni. Apa yang lebih baik boleh saya buat? Okay, next week I will show you a good example of a summary as well as a not so good example. All right. So I will give you the notes for next week's summary and comprehension. Make sure that you do it before class so that you can, those of you who are my students, you can submit it to me and I will give you feedback. Saya akan semak dan bagi balik kepada awak supaya you ada gambaran sebenar apakah markah yang awak akan dapat. Kalau hari ini you ambil SPM dan buat summary seperti ini, apa yang awak akan dapat. Alright, so guys, send it to me before Monday, next Monday, and it'll be practice 5 on page 79 to 81. And those of you who are watching on YouTube, you can get this Sasbadi book. I don't make any money from this, but I think that this is a good one. Pintar Bestari, and this is what we're using for this class. You can, if you want online tuition, I'm doing that as well on this website. You can screenshot this. And I also have a Discord community where we learn English together with other students from all over Malaysia. And I will make this PowerPoint available in the Form 5 only channel in this Discord. So screenshot this and join. And I also have a Telegram, but I don't really share much here, only announcements and important stuff and some tips. So you can join the Telegram if you want. And of course, all the class recordings will be available on YouTube. And if you want to attend live, tune in on Tuesday, 10 a.m. I start sharp at 10 a.m. and I finish on time as well. I don't like to waste anybody's time. Okay, that's it from me. But before I go, I think there was a good question on YouTube that I want to answer before I leave. And while I'm doing that, my students from SMK Tabuan Jaya that are watching, can you say "I love you, teacher" in the live chat so I can use it to take attendance? Those of you in the Jitsi, don't leave yet. Okay, so the YouTube question is very good. Let me go to it. So Azhar Yusuf says salin keyword terlebih kena tolak markah tak. Kalau awak salin keyword itu tidak akan tolak markah. Okay? Mari kita kembali kepada jawapan. Okay, so contohnya, pemeriksa akan dapat jawapan seperti ini. Kalaulah anda salin satu perenggan panjang-panjang, tidak akan tolak markah. Awak akan dapat markah untuk yang salin dengan betul. Yang selebihnya itu, kalau tak ada kaitan, memanglah dia akan menghalang awak daripada menulis jawapan ini sebab awak tulis jawapan yang tak ada kaitan. Okay, so pilih dengan tepat, pilih dengan baik. Yang penting sekali, pastikan jangan kehilangan apa-apa kata kunci. Okay, sebab kadang-kadang satu isi itu perlu 2 ataupun 3 kata kunci. Alright, so there's a second question from Crystal. Can we include some dialogue into our summary? Okay, can we include some dialogue? Depends. It depends on the question. So let's look at the question here. This question is how Carson Poole discovered he was an electric ant. So maybe, let's say for this one. Okay, if you said they made torso x-rays. So Poole asked, what is an electric ant? Then a nurse said, okay, so in this situation, it's possible. Okay, because it's asking you to tell how he learned that he was a robot. Bagaimana dia tahu bahawa dia robot? Okay, ceritakan bagaimana dia tahu. Bagaimana dia tahu. But if the question is apakah robot, then you cannot use dialogue lah. Sebab dia nak awak cari isi-isi untuk apa itu robot. So kalau awak tulis a nurse said this, no need. You just take the point straight away. Okay? But if they don't allow, if dialogue is not suitable, but you write a dialogue, you will still get the content point if it is written right. What you might lose is maybe you'll lose language because you wrote something that's not appropriate, or you wrote something that's irrelevant, tak ada kaitan. Aduh, Mak ni tak sabar nak balik lah. Sabarlah, Mak. Ayo, pelajar kesayangan cikgu. Alright, so that's it for today. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if the recording is not clear. Sorry if the screen is not clear. To do live, I chose to have speed so you can get it faster than for you to get a clearer picture. Okay, all right, so that's it for today. Thank you so much, those of you who are watching on YouTube. I see Erica, I see Anastasia. I will count your attendance. Goodbye and see you next week. Bye,
Goodbye.
YouTube.